Okay, you guys, so I just wanted to come on here while I was doing my makeup and just talk to you guys a little bit. This is going to be my first video back here on YouTube. I think the last video I did was actually one geared towards like people trying to start a business and wanting to create their own graphics. So I made a video just walking through the steps of how I made my own hang tags for my bundles. I think that was last year. Yeah. Okay, so jumping right into the video, I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys a little bit as I'm doing my makeup. Doing makeup to me is just very therapeutic. I'm not a professional or anything like that. I don't professionally do makeup, but I know how to do my makeup. And if someone else needs something done, I know how to do a thing or two, but I do not call myself a makeup artist in the slightest. So yeah, I'm just having fun here. And this is just really therapeutic for me. So I just wanted to take the camera out and just record myself doing this. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not really doing this makeup for any real reason other than this video. So I'm not, on the time crunch, and I'm not trying to, So the look I'm going for though is a fall look. So I'm going to be doing like a brown eye, and I'm going to do maybe like a brown lippy and just a really nice highlight and a nice face, like nice contour, all that good stuff. So yeah, this is my first video back here on YouTube, so it feels kind of weird. I struggle with being consistent here on my channel, as you guys can tell. I've started over many times, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I've started over many times, and this is one of those times. So this time around, I'm gonna try to not be so like inconsistent with my channel. Like, I'm very passionate about this, and I have goals that I've set for myself. Like, it's insane, guys, but I really am passionate about this and wanting to grow my channel and my platform. So that's what I'm here to do today. And the thing I wanted to talk about, interesting topic, thing I wanted to talk about as I did my makeup is dating in 2021. And if you hear any noise in the background, any like shaking or anything like that, that's my dog. He's literally right there because I'm filming in my living room, so excuse the noise. But yeah, I wanted to do a video on the topic of dating in 2021 because that's one that seems to really float around social media a lot. Like, everyone seems to have an opinion about it. Everyone has a different opinion about it and a different stance on it. So I just kind of put a question in several groups that I'm in on Facebook. I think I put the question on TikTok, and I got a few responses as far as what I should talk about in this video. But overall, I do have like a general flow of how I want the conversation to go with you guys. So yeah, I am going to mention those comments and those concerns and questions that people had. I am going to do that. I'm going to get to that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to kind of just talk. I'm going to go based off my experience to lead, and then I'm going to kind of reel those in and add them to the mix. So I did take notes, and let's just say, like, jumping right into it, I've been single for 10 months now. It's about to be November in a few days, so it'll be going on 11 months. But once that hits, but I've been single for about 10 months since December of 2020. And I was actually coming out of a 4-year relationship. Well, not 4 years. It was going on 4 years. We were like 3 years and like 8 or 9 months in. But yeah, we were going on 4 years had we not split. And yeah, that was really difficult to deal with. I'm not going to really go into detail as far as why we broke up, why we split, not here at least. But yeah, we split at the end of last year, and I moved back home with my family, and I've been single ever since. And I, for a very long time, did not enjoy anybody's company. Like, I was actually enjoying being by myself because I was really sad at first. I was still trying to like make sense of my situation, and yeah, that was all still so new to me. Like, I was with somebody for almost 4 years. Like, we were living together and everything, and it was just such a drastic change to have to be back home. It was so weird. It took me back to like before we had started dating, when I was living at home and we would see each other occasionally when we go on dates and we would hang out and stuff like that and go our separate ways. But this literally felt like before that, like before we even crossed paths. It was just like, who am I? What are we? Like, what's going on? It was so weird. It was so weird, you guys. But I'm here today, still single. 10 months in, still single. I have been talking to guys. I only talked to maybe 2 guys this whole year. I want to say, like, seriously, maybe 2 guys this whole year. Now, of course, that's different than like just entertaining and stuff like that. But like, I've only talked to 2 guys, and it took me a while to even be open to that. Like, the first guy I talked to, it was kind of recent. It was more so like May I became open to it. So that took me like 5 to 6 months of being single to be okay with, you know, opening up to someone new, giving someone else a chance and stuff like that. Because all that social media stuff is fun and games and stuff like that. It's cool, but it's not serious until you really start like talking to somebody, and that's a whole different ballgame. So that's where I was. It took me about 6 months to really want to get back out there again and want to be bothered, because before that I literally was just focused on me. I was getting myself together, because in the midst of being in that relationship, something I felt I lost was myself terribly. So that was really bad. Like, I never want to experience losing myself again, especially when it comes to like a relationship. Like, if anything, it's supposed to make me better and you know, all that good stuff. But instead, it was really making me like lose sight of myself. I did not know who I was or what I was becoming. I just know that I didn't like it, and a lot of people seen that change, and it was really draining, guys. It was really draining. But yeah, I'm doing all this talking. Alright, so I was doing way too much talking before, so I had to kind of cut away for a second and just focus on getting my face together, because yeah, I was getting really distracted and I was taking forever on just the brows alone. So yeah, but I'm back. So now I'm taking my concealer, I'm just placing that product on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna take that and carve out the bottom portion of my brows. And yeah, my brows are naturally thick, so I don't like to do too much when it comes to filling them in with that thick brow. A little literally goes such a long way. A little literally goes such a long way. So I'm just carving out the bottom, dragging that product down towards my eyelid, because I'm also going to be putting some there to base the lid for the shadow work we're going to be doing in a little bit. But yeah, so jumping back into the conversation. So I think the last thing that I was telling you guys was that my relationship was for almost 4 years, and that it took me about 6 months to feel comfortable with getting back out there. Now, of course, everybody's different, and it's going to be different for everybody. Like, some people may want to be single longer. Well, I'm still single, but some people may want to remain, you know, alone, unbothered, not dating, anything like that for longer than I did. And still, even though I date and stuff like that, I still have my times where I don't even want to be bothered with these guys, because they really are annoying. Let me tell you that much. They really are annoying, and sometimes it's just a lot to deal with when you have your own load to deal with, you know? So, yeah. So let me see. I don't want to get off topic too much. So I'm looking at my iPad. I don't want to get too much off topic. But let's see. Ultimately, I'm still single. It takes a lot for a guy to hold my attention. And quite frankly, the first guy I talked to, he did hold my attention, but I just feel like with these guys, and I don't know if it's these younger guys, these new age guys, I don't know. And by new age, I just refer to people in my generation because I am 25, a part of that mix of generations. I'm a 96 kid. So yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with that generation just being a little defective with the men or what, but it really just is a lot to deal with sometimes. Like, they are very inconsistent. They want to deal with you when they want to deal with you. They want to deal with whoever they want to deal with while dealing with you. Like, these kids and the sneaky links, and I say these kids, but these are literally people my age doing this stuff and younger. But it's like the age of sneaky links and stuff like that. It's really just a lot. Like, I really don't like that. Like, and I have no problem like just exclusively dating. I'm all for that. I just don't at this time in my life have the mental capacity to be entertaining 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like, I can't do it. I definitely enjoy options. Trust me, I love having options in life. But when it comes to dating, especially now in the world that we live in, you can't be too sure about like sharing people and stuff like that. Like, you don't know what this one is doing with who, what, and where. Like, you just don't know. And I am very protective over myself. I do not play about myself. That's something that I really, really, really learned. Like, I cannot play about me. It took me going through so much that I probably shouldn't have gone through to realize that, and it's bad. But, you know, I'm very thankful that I know what I know now, because without having those experiences and stuff like that last year, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be as wise as I am now, and I wouldn't know half the things that I know now. So I really discovered a lot about myself, about certain situations, about certain people, just about life in general. And it really just opened my eyes to so much. So let's see. Okay. So someone said, my first question is, how do you deal with a guy who says he loves you but doesn't show it? I don't. Simple as that. I don't have the time to be dealing with people who don't know how to express, not even don't know how to, choose not to express their feelings towards me. You know what I mean? Because just like we're grown, why not act with intent, speak with intent? Why not? We're grown. It's too draining to be chasing behind people, trying to figure them out, trying to figure out what's going on, when that should be clear. I just feel like that should be clear. That just comes with the territory. Like, that should be clear from the get-go, through the process. Like, there should always be that clear line of communication. It's just weird to me. You love me, but you don't want to show it? Like, so then you clearly don't love me. I don't know. That's just how I feel. It's all about actions at the end of the day. You know what I mean? These guys can tell us whatever they want to tell us, but at the end of the day, it's all about what they're showing us. It's all about, not even with these guys, in life period, a person can tell you anything. It's all about what they show you, what they do to back those words. Because without action, then you're just talking. That's it. And I could do that too. Anybody could do that. So that's just that. So that same person asked another question. How do you know if you're not ready for a relationship? Me personally, how do you know you're not ready for a relationship? I personally, coming out of my relationship, I knew I was not ready to jump into something else. You know what I mean? Even if it wasn't something serious or whatever the case may be, I knew that I mentally, emotionally, just like was not there. I knew that that was not my time to be doing that, because if I had been doing that, I feel like I would have continued to neglect myself. And I already came from a situation where I felt as if I was being negligent to myself. So I feel like you'll know, only you will know when you are or are not ready. And you just know. Like I said, I would flirt and stuff like that, all that playful stuff, but it would never really go anywhere. And that's just how I knew, like, it just wasn't my time. Like, girl, what are you doing? So once I just stopped and just let things be what they were, like, I started to feel a lot better. Like, I started to really open my eyes to a lot of things, and I really tapped in with myself. And that's really like the most important thing to me, because I stepped away from my relationship and I grew and I accomplished so much in such a short time after stepping away that, you know, I'm not even mad at the fact that my relationship ended too much. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be sick about it. Now I'm okay. I made peace with my past and I'm moving forward. So the next question, well, it's not really a question. Someone has a statement. So I think in our generation, a lot of people have, or an opinion rather, I think in our generation, a lot of people have lost the art of hoarding. I feel a lot of people just start talking and Monday they're just together. There's no formal conversation, whether, oh, hold on. But anyways, so she's just saying that, I think she's just trying to say people don't date the right way anymore. Like, everything's a rush. And I agree. I don't know why that is. I'm talking again and not doing my makeup. So I don't know why that is, but I definitely agree with you, girl. Like, yeah, I definitely feel like people are rushing into these situations more and more now than ever. And I too don't know why that is. So why y'all rushing into these relationships, that in these situations that you're not ready for, and then when you end up in a bind, then what? Then what? Okay, so the brows are done. On my face, before I had started my makeup, I freshly washed my face. I don't care what time of day it is, you always wash your face before applying makeup, because the canvas just becomes way more smoother. Makeup applies way more better. I feel like it just extends the longevity of your makeup as well. So just a tip for y'all. I just think that works. Like I said, not professional, but I'm just telling you guys what works for me and what I've learned over the years. So yeah, I'm taking my primer and I am going to just be applying that to like my T-zone area, like right here. I get really oily under like my eye area, and this just helps everything stay. I love this Milk Cosmetics primer. I would tap this over the nose, bring it all over the nose too, because I get super oily there. Just tapping it, and I just love like the texture of it, how sticky it is, because you could just feel it working and like gripping your skin, gripping to your skin. Move fast before, you know what I mean? I have feelings. I'm human. I think we all do it. We all fall victim to it. But I wouldn't be able to tell you why that is. I just think we get caught up in our emotions a lot of the time, and we just feel what we feel. We go after that, which is fine. You know, we're human. You gotta learn, right, guys? So I have prepped and primed my face. Brows are done for now, and now I'm just gonna go in with my foundation and adding that to the back of my hand as well. I don't know why. I want to get one of those things where you can just put it there, like the little palette thing. But for now, I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand, because that's just what I do all the time. And I really love a full coverage, although I don't need it. Sponge by Sonia Kashuk. Is it Sonia Kashuk? This is either a Sonia Kashuk blender from Target, or this is a e.l.f. camo blender. Can't remember which one. I believe they both have like similar styles, like the marble style, but can't remember who it is. But this is a great sponge, and it gets huge, like way bigger than a beauty blender. I love this. So I'm just gonna take the butt of it and I'm gonna tap in that foundation all over. But let's see, while I'm tapping the foundation, let's see another question. Let me see. Guys, so I actually don't know when the camera cut off. I just know that it did. So I don't know what the last thing I was saying was, but I was just agreeing with this person here that, yeah, dating can be pretty ghetto, and I don't understand why as adults it's so hard for us to just maintain open, honest communication. But for some reason, especially with these men, it's very hard. Like, they don't know how to communicate at all, and it really just kills me. It kills me. But then you hurt their little feelings and it's the end of the world. So let's see, we have another one. So sometimes I would love to get back out there again, but men can't handle rejection anymore and are killing women just for trying to leave a relationship that isn't working out, and it is scary out here. Yeah, girl, it definitely is really scary out here with, you know, how these men are acting over rejection. I explained that to someone. I was trying to explain that to a guy. Of course, they don't understand. They don't understand. They take it as us trying to paint men as like animals and stuff like that. We wouldn't have to feel that way if you guys didn't make us feel that way, if it didn't exist, if it wasn't something that was ongoing in the world, you know? So, foundation is on. I'm gonna go with my concealer next, but before I do, I just want to read the next question. That way we're on it. Someone says, if you, a woman who can't be ran over, dating is a... Hold on. If you're a woman who can't be ran over, dating is the hugest struggle. I find they enjoy weaker women. I agree with that as well. I definitely feel as if that is a fact. Not for all men. I feel like this applies to certain men who are very like evil spirited and like have those intentions to like manipulate you and do wrong by you. I totally stand by that 1000%. Now, for certain men, that is not the case at all. But for some men, that definitely is the case. And they definitely seek out women who have been through some things, who are... House phone was ringing. I don't know how loud it is over me, but I'm still gonna talk. Anyways. Yeah, I find that some men literally seek these women out and want women who are weaker because they know that they have a better chance at manipulating her and basically getting what they want out of her. So I agree with that 1000%. That is facts. I get scared thinking of ever having to go back in time in the dating world. I would love to hear how you overcame the fear or anxiety of going back into the dating world, or if you had any. Okay, so I definitely had major fears going back into the dating world. Girl, when I got back into it, I trusted nobody. Nothing you said stuck. I thought everybody was lying. I felt like these guys were out to get me. But there's a reason why I felt like that. No, there's reasons, like good reasons, like natural reasons as far as why I felt like that. But there's other reasons that are BS. Explaining why I felt like that we'll get into in maybe another video. But for now, I'm just gonna say that I definitely had a huge fear of getting back out there. I still have fears. I'm still not fully comfortable with dating. I still have anxiety. I still feel as if I can't trust. Like one day I'll really like this guy, but then the next day I'm just like, but do you really trust him? And I just go back and forth. And I just think that's just a part of my journey because I'm still figuring out myself, what it is that I want going forward and whatnot. And I am very scared to put myself out there because I know how I am. And I just don't want to get hurt. And to get over it, I say this: if you are giving somebody a chance, like you're willingly giving this person a chance and trying to get back out there, I feel as if you need to trust. You have to, because you're giving them that chance already. You're giving them that access to you already. So already there has to be some type of trust established or some type of foundation. So I just feel like adding on to that, you have to trust this person if you feel as if you may want to date them or you may want to get to know them a little better. You just have to trust that they're not going to do you like that and hope for the best. That's literally all you can do, because you are not in control of other people's actions. You can only control yourself. You're only responsible for what you do, and that's just it. So I just feel like you have to trust your gut. And if your intuition says don't get back out there right now, or if you truly feel as if you're not ready, trust that. Do not second guess. Like if it's constant, like you're not ready, you're not ready, you're not ready, trust it. Trust it. Just leave it alone for now. Continue to focus on you. So another person says, lessons you learned in the previous relationships. So relationship, let me back up. Relationship, I've only been in one. And this relationship that I was in that spanned almost 4 years, like I said, was my first. My relationship, my ex-relationship, tested my strength a lot. I did not know how strong of a woman I am until the end of that relationship. Like the last couple of months, that last year really tested who I am as a person. And I will admit, I was not strong in every situation, every encounter, but I learned a lot. And I'm very proud, because had I not gone through those things, I would not be here. I would not be here in a sense. I would not be who I am today. Really big lesson that I learned, like I said, was my strength. Did not know how strong I was. I didn't know I was that strong, guys. Like, I didn't think I was weak, but I really am a strong woman. And my mom is such a strong, beautiful black woman, and I always say that I aspire to be like her. I hope to be as strong as her one day. And I went through so much, and I made it through, you guys. So I'm so proud of how strong I was, and that I was able to overcome, and that I did not succumb to those dark times. Something else that I learned is you can't lose yourself. No matter what you're in, a friendship, a relationship, does not matter. You need to prioritize yourself first. Well, to prioritize is to put yourself first. You need to prioritize yourself always. Never put yourself second for anyone. I don't care how much you love that person or how much you think you love that person. You do not put yourself on the back burner for anybody. I continue to keep that lesson with me, and that I never go back to that. It was just realizing that there were many red flags that I chose to ignore. Many red flags that I chose to ignore. I didn't have to. He did not have a gun to my head. He did not make me ignore those red flags. I willingly did that. So that's on me. I can't blame nobody but me. And yeah, I just had to take that L. It was what it was, and that's just it. Real quick, another question. Someone, or a statement or opinion. Let's see. I just got out of a 2.5-year relationship last year. I've been dating, and when it comes to dating, I feel that people should take their time and not rush. And during that process, you should definitely learn more about yourself, love yourself, and figure out what things you will and won't accept in your future relationship. She is entirely on point. She is 1,000% right. That's all I've been saying this entire video. Take your time. Do not rush. Learn you. And just be better for the future. That's what she just said. She summed it up. She couldn't have said it any better. Last question I have right here says, what is new age dating? I'm sorry if that's a stupid question. Girl, no question is ever a stupid question. You're asking because you obviously don't know, and I'm here to put you on. I want to be with you, but I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to mess with anyone else while I mess with whoever I want to mess with. That's another big one that I feel like us women encounter with these men. They hit us with that nonsense, and I just want to know, who did y'all think was going for that? It's not me. I don't know what they thought they were doing with that one, but yeah. The sneaky links, it's the selfishness for me, the wanting to be possessive over me, but mess with who you want to mess with. Nah, in your free time, no thank you. I do not tolerate that. I will not tolerate that. And yeah. Beverly Hills bronzer and mahogany, right? Yep. And I'm just gonna apply those areas where I would bronze slash contour. Bronze my nose, face, and so now I'm just gonna add a little bit to my eyes just to give it like a nice brown smoky look. Start to really tie everything together. Whatever, it's gonna sit. I know that I'm gonna find my person eventually. I'm talking to somebody and it's alright. I'm not gonna speak on it, you know, prematurely, but I will say that it's alright and it's not that bad. Now that first guy I was talking to, forget about it. That was a flop. Very glad that didn't work out. But yeah, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm quite content and I couldn't ask for more. Love the bend in the wand, so it literally just gets everything so perfectly. So here are the lashes I'm gonna be attempting to put on. Like I said, I'm not the best at putting on strips. Like, I can do it, but it definitely has been a while. So yeah, they look like this. And the company is Lusting Ambition. Lash is called Ambitious. And this is what she's giving. Very cute. Very, very cute. So I'm going to be trying out their lip gloss, and this is in the color Big Boss, and this was supposed to be a top seller on their website, so I got that. I'm going to pair it with the brown lip liner, and then they also sell this glue that doubles as an eyeliner, so that's actually pretty cool. So it's a eyelash glue, but also you can use it for your eyeliner, so that's cool. It's multi-purpose. Alright you guys, so I have my lashes on and I couldn't get the ones I wanted to put on. It was just giving me too much trouble, so I put on another pair that's kind of similar but they're shorter. So yeah, that's what that's looking like. Zoom out that day. So now to start to really wrap this up, because I've been saying that for some time now, to really start to wrap this up, close this up, I'm going to take my lip liner by NYX in Nutmeg. It's like a brown color. See? It's like a brown, and I'm gonna line my lips. And already I have on clear lip gloss, so I'm just gonna line my lips. This stuff will be in the description box down below. It is black owned, and I discovered them on TikTok. I think they follow me. I think the owner follows me on TikTok. But yeah, I discovered them and I love their branding. I just love it. And then I checked out her Instagram, and she does like small entrepreneur videos and stuff like that for people who are over trying to start. NYX Lingerie gloss, and I'm just gonna top that over everything. I like how that looks here. That really brings it all together. So that's what we're looking like.